Just shoot him. Yeah, that guy's gonna drown. There we go. Actually, we already have some C4. Here we go. Magic bugs. Bugs. It was the first one, and the other 4 from the side. Okay, hold on. Actually, let me try something. I never tried actually doing it inside this room. What happens when the timer runs out is that you hear Emma screaming in the background and you get a game over. It's not really worth doing. Maybe I'll run out of time. Let's see if it works in here. Let's see why not. Yep, they'll go through anything. Maybe try from inside the locker next time. But as long as Emma has even 0.1 second left to live, it's fine. It's good enough for the entire cutscene to play out. .35 seconds.
How's Emma?
I think he got some internal organs. We can't stop the bleeding.
I'm here.
Got the disc. Emma set everything up. Apparently all you have to do is pop in the disc. That should insert the virus into the AI.
Is it working?
Just leave it to Emma. What the?
An antibody agent?
Damn! The connection's been cut.
Is the virus upload complete?
I don't think so. The count stopped at 90%. Otacon.
I don't think Emma's made any mistakes. But a portion of the worm cluster might have been altered after the disc left Emma's hands. By the Patriots?
Will the virus still work?
I have no idea.
Hal, is everything all right?
It's all right. Everything's all right.
Good. At least I won't be adding Another page to our family's dark history.
Yeah, that's right.
What if the virus doesn't work?
Either destroy that thing, or take out Solidus and his men.
How do we get on board?
I don't think we can. Unless somebody inside gives us a hand.
Hal. I always...
What is it?
wanted to see you again.
You don't hate me?
Never. I never wanted to get in your way. I never wanted to hurt you. I thought that with Arsenal, if I followed in your footsteps, I could be closer. I just wanted you to look at me. Look at me as a woman.
I could never do that.
Don't be so honest. It hurts.
Sorry.
Can I ask you one last favor?
Sure.
Call me Emma.
What?
Please call me Emma.
What's wrong with EE? Emma? 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 Answer me! I didn't leave you. Because of the accident, I had a relationship with your mother. She seduced me. And it went on. My father's death was no accident. He took his own life. It was my fault, all my fault. Forgive me, Emma.
Did you like it?
Attention! Arsenal gear is ready for launch. Evacuate the upper levels immediately.
Sounds like they're cutting this area loose.
What do you mean?
It means we're gonna sink.
We have to get the hostages out.
What about the cama repairs?
Done.
We won't be able to get everybody aboard.
We'll just have to take as many as we can.
My sister... won't be able to come with us.
We will be commencing the countdown shortly. Personnel in the upper levels, head for the evacuation area immediately.
I'm always the survivor. Why, Wolf?
Otacon, take care of the hostages.
What about you guys?
We got other arrangements. There's our ride out of here. Anyway, we're gonna have to sink that thing if the virus doesn't work.
I should be going with you.
You've got your job, we've got ours.
You mean I'd only get in your way?
Wrong. Only you can save those hostages. Got it?
Right. Listen, the two of you won't be able to destroy that thing. Eliminate the enemy. That's your only option.
How?
EE? Damn!
Otacon, try to get as many hostages out as you can. It's a short flight to the shore, so don't worry about overloading the Kamov.
Leave it to me.
I repeat, personnel in the upper levels, head for the evacuation area immediately.
I'm counting on you, Otacon. Bisexual.
Hal, I miss you. Hal, I miss you. I miss you. I miss you.
You and me, we're the same. Both you and I, we were always alone. Always. We only wanted to be loved. We were always waiting. Waiting for somebody. Somebody who would love us, but we were wrong. You can't wait to be loved. You have to go out and find it. 4 years ago, I realized that you can't just wish for a happy family. You have to make it happen. I only wish I knew that sooner. I learned that I could love, as you probably did, Emma.
You think he's gonna be okay?
He's tougher than he looks. Consider it done.
Now, how do we open this thing?
You can come out now.
A ninja? What the?
Arsenal's going to take off. We still need you to take care of a few things. This time, don't fail us.
Snake, what's this all about?
bedtime, Raiden. I wouldn't do that.
You're changing sides now?
Change sides? I don't recall saying I was on yours.
Damn it. You!
Ready for some shut-eye?
Well, Snake also says that he's on your side not too long ago during the sniping part with Emma, but whatever. Nothing will call it.
Jack, are you reading me? Do you want to save your mission data up to this point?
Not sure how I feel about that. Not a chance.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, and I'm just one flashback here. I'm just one footage.
I've checked
I see Liquid when the camera goes down.
but there's nothing on this guy. NSA, CIA, FBI. He doesn't exist in any database. He's a non-existent operative from a non-existent organization.
I suspected as much. However, I know this man. Wake him up. It's been a while, hasn't it? Jack the Ripper?
You know this fellow?
You remember me, don't you? You've grown.
There's a fake torture here. You don't actually need to press
High
anything.
concentration of cerebral implants. Have they altered your memory, too?
But of course, that's what you'd expect. And we won't be doing portable ops for this marathon, but we do play it from time to time.
This is my son. I taught him everything.
Maybe the skull suit is only one piece, yeah? Couldn't leave his pants on.
Jack, I never thought I'd see you again.
You know me?
Gross. You don't remember. Your name, your skills. Everything you know, you learned from me. The 80s. The Civil War. You were one of the best among the child soldiers that fought in that conflict. When you were barely 10 years old, you became the platoon leader of the Small Boy Unit. At the time, your outstanding kill record earned you several nicknames, including White Devil and Jack the Ripper. Jack, I was your godfather. I named you. When the war ended, you disappeared from the relief center. I wondered what happened to you. I should have known they would recruit you.
It's an interesting coincidence.
If he's a lackey for the Patriots, I doubt he knows anything of interest.
What should we do with him?
We'll use him like you suggested.
What about Dead Cell?
Ignore them. Happening again?
Could it be that he's here too?
Yeah, send a carrier pigeon.
In another hour, we demonstrate the power of Arsenal gear.
Attack with standard weapons, of course.
Yes, proceed as planned.
At last report, all is well with GW.
How about the troops?
The men are being refitted with Arsenal gear equipment as ordered. You're the spitting image of Big Boss.
Is that so? Perhaps I should be grateful to this kid for that.
Arsenal gear.
This situation, I find it very nostalgic.
Where am I?
Why, inside Arsenal gear, of course. Actually, we're also inside the memory of Shadow Moses. I'll take this back. You don't need this anymore, do you? A foul wind is blowing. We shall speak again.
Don't move. Stay as you are. We're being monitored by a camera.
What are you up to?
I'm switching over to nanocommunication.
Mr. X? Ninja?
Correct. It's me.
I thought you were the leader of the Russian troops.
No, that was just a smokescreen.
A smokescreen?
I was sent to provide you support.
Support? Who sent you? The Colonel?
No, the Patriots.
What?
I deceived my troops, betrayed them.
But why?
My child is being held hostage by the Patriots. It all started 2 years ago when I lost my father during the tanker incident. My men and I had nowhere to go, so we joined forces with an illegal Russian organization.
The Russian Mafia?
Something like that, actually. I learned much later that it was a subordinate organization of the Patriots. I was expecting at the time. When I gave birth to my child, it turned out I was in a hospital run by the Patriots. In the morning, my child was gone. My baby is being kept somewhere in this country.
Have you ever met your child?
No. Once a month, they send me a photo of my child via...
I'm pretty sure Ocelot doesn't say you don't need
the
this.
child in my own arms.
I'm just one about
Given your
the disc
situation,
you get from
nobody can
Baker.
blame you for what you did.
That's your opinion.
What about Snake? I thought you were enemies.
He wasn't responsible for my father's death. Actually, we owe him our lives.
But there's approximately 8 billion lines that are repeated or
2 years
supposed
ago,
to be
they
similar.
were
So
responsible
that's
for
close
getting
enough.
us out of the sinking tanker alive.
So you were partners since the incident?
No, I only found out the truth shortly before this.
Huh?
When I confronted him here.
You fought with Snake? When?
Well, it was around the time you were holding hands with that girl.
Snake. So you joined hands with him to pay back a debt.
No, mutual gain.
Mutual gain?
My job was to assist you.
Yeah, Carrier
If
Boy
Saladin
for
gets
sure,
away
but
with Arsenal,
he
your
doesn't say
mission
you
is a
need the
failure.
disc.
The Patriots would judge that as failure.
He
on
only
my
asks if
part
it's the only
and
disc and there's no
terminate
data,
my child.
there's no
Putting it
copy.
simply, my child's life depends on your success.
So you did it all for your child. But why would the Patriots want to help me? Are they hoping I'll take Solidus out?
No, you're just like me. We're just pawns.
Pawns for what purpose?
The S3 plan.
Huh?
You'll figure it out sooner or later, but I wonder if you'll handle the truth.
What do you mean?
Listen, we haven't got time for this. Solidus will commence his attack any minute. He's got to be stopped.
What about the virus?
No results so far. I think the Patriots have tampered with the program.
Will it work?
I don't know.
Get me out of this thing.
Not yet. I'll release your restraints after I leave this room.
Where's my gear?
Snake's got everything. I couldn't bring it here.
And where do I find Snake?
The passageway ahead leads to a hangar. He'll be waiting there. I gave him a card key for the hangar.
Does Snake plan to destroy Arsenal gear?
No. Even for Snake, it's impossible to completely destroy this thing. The only option is to stop Solidus and his men.
What are you going to do?
Stay concealed. That's my role. I still can't afford to be discovered.
Olga, you can't keep this up. They're bound to find you.
Listen, I'll free you in a little while. Brace yourself.
Punch even do not exist in Dick.
Jack, are you all right?
Oh, yeah.
Jack, is it true? What Solidus said?
Yes.
It's unbelievable. Drafting small children, sending them to war? It's not allowed under international conventions.
ICC rules don't mean a lot in war. Someone told me that there are over 300,000 children in combat right now. I was just one of them.
So you remember. I thought your memory had been manipulated by them.
It was, but I have nightmares every day. Pieces of the past I can't put together.
Why didn't you tell me?
You couldn't begin to understand.
You wouldn't know that until you try me.
I didn't want you to get hurt. There was never a real reason for me to fight, except that someone put a gun in my hand. And that someone was him.
It wasn't your fault.
If I survived the day's fight, I was praised, fed, and had a bed to sleep in. I think I was only 6 when I held my first AK. But I'm not even sure of that.
Jack.
I'm not like Snake. I never questioned why we fought. There was no purpose, no way out. They give you a gun, you ask how many to kill. If you didn't, you were the one they shot instead.
It's okay. No one is blaming you.
We were shown Hollywood action films every day. The kind with macho guys and big guns. They call it image training.
Ugh.
They built us from the ground up into killing machines. We were fed once a day. I can still taste the gunpowder they mixed into the food.
Gunpowder? In the food?
The gunpowder had toluene in it, giving it hallucinogenic properties. It kept us drugged, controllable.
Oh my God!
When the Civil War ended, those of us who survived were taken in by NGOs. They gave me a new life in the States. I can't complain. But nothing's changed. The only people who have no problem with my past have secrets and agendas of their own. Terrible nightmares. Every night. I can never forget.
Jack.
I'm afraid of the night. That's why I don't sleep next to you.
You should have told me.
Told you what? That I'm a killer? And always have been?
No, no.
What I hate more than anything else in the world is my own past. I didn't want you or anyone to know about it. Now I know why I was chosen for this mission. No one can take him on, take him down, except me. I've been kept alive this long for this. I knew as soon as I saw Solidus.
Jack, I love you the way you are now. You have to believe me. I didn't know anything about you, I admit that. where you were born, how you grew up. But I know that now. And I know that what I feel for you can only get better. And I'll share in your past if that's the price.
It doesn't work that way. No one can share the burden of what I've done. It's not one of those warm and fuzzy things couples share.
I accept the good and the bad, Jack. That's what you do for someone you love.
I don't want to share my past with anyone. I just want to forget about it.
Jack,
Get
I
real.
haven't told you,
What's that
about what
supposed to
I've
mean?
done.
The last 2 years with you, it's been more than I've ever hoped for.
Jack.
But I can't go any farther. I know you want to get married.
Whatever.
I can't. I can't risk starting a family. There's no way to erase my childhood.
It's all right, Jack.
Whatever.
Please, don't say any more.
You're beginning to get on my nerves. Wait, people can't see my huge dong. So we are an almost perfect recreation of the torture room from MGS1. Just a couple differences. One of them being the can with a straw conveniently placed here. And I guess the camera being here. It's the camera Olga was talking about. Raiden's just flashing everybody. Also have the locker here. It's obviously not there in MGS1. And I always wanted to go in there. They don't have the blood stains on the bed. But otherwise, pretty close. Can't go in here either. God, that Raiden is completely butt naked. Another idea that Kojima had was to, if the player was to try and look at Raiden's junk, it would be possible, but it would give you a game over. So I wasn't sure. I'm not sure if it was gonna be like attempting to or actually be able to. That would have affected the game's rating, of course. Much like Raiden doesn't actually have a bottled dick, so you'll have to just settle for this. Taint. Perfect. Enhance. But yeah, you were gonna get a game over if you tried to look at Raiden's junk. Was another idea they had floating around.
Get your equipment back first, or you won't be able to do much good. Rendezvous with that man and retrieve your gear.
Definitely not.
That man.
He said that man would be waiting up ahead, if I recall. Get out of the room and head north. Raiden, you won't be able to hang, throw, or chokehold anyone in your current state.
Why not?
Is it really necessary to ask? It's just not a good idea to perform those maneuvers. There could be complications.
Oh, really, Jack? Do we have to spell it out for you? Really?
Complication. What?
Raiden, with nothing to protect your body, any attack you sustain will cause greater damage than usual.
Whatever.
Avoid combat at all costs. Raiden, with nothing...
That's wrong.
Curious if there's a medicine here, cold medicine. Guess if you spend too much time naked, you'll, especially in the next area. The next area, there's even a call about it being kept low temperature. So in here, another interesting detail. Right now we don't have the node or the map, so if we pause, there's nothing. But what would normally give us the radar and the map here, well, the radar's on, but the map, there is no map for this section of Arsenal. Instead, if we pause, we'll get the world serpent and the turtle holding up world, the elephants holding up the world. Going back to what the president was saying, a representation of Arsenal gear, it is a means to preserve the world as it is. So that's the map you get here. Also, we're in the stomach. We're slowly being shat out, digested, shat out. So all the sections, the different areas in Arsenal are named after the digestive system, starting at the stomach and then eventually to the rectum, being shat out. Also sort of a Pinocchio reference, being swallowed by the whale. The jejunum is another.
Raiden, do you copy?
You must continue your mission.
I've lost all my gear. I need to locate Snake.
He was never factored into the simulation. Leave him out of this.
I can't do much naked, especially in this temperature.
That's true. You won't be able to attack or enter the hanging mode either.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is, mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not? This is a type of role-playing game. The point is that you play out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete your mission, according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
Good.
What do you mean by that?
Over and out.
You can keep her. The Colonel's starting to sound a little derpy, but not yet. He doesn't quite go completely crazy until we go upstairs. But even before that happens, there's something weird already going on with the interface. Also, we have the code, the area code. This area here. We go in and out a few times, you'll see that the area names are already changing randomly. New York 52nd Street. Another. I thought that didn't happen until the Colonel goes crazy, but it's actually happening already here. And actually there's a lot of really good calls here. So we don't want the Colonel to go crazy just yet. But first let me show my dick to this guy. Even tell you to do that.
Right. Are they on pursuit? Fighting is not an option without your weapons. Find some kind of cover fast. Another tactic is to trick the enemy.
You could pretend you're still in restraints.
Right. You won't be
Not a chance.
I'm just gonna stun him with my massive dong.
No problem here.
Good.
Wish I had that.
Return to your positions. Understood. All units exercise extreme caution.
He used to be the most hung Tengu, but Raiden put him in his place.
Who's there?
Got all the mass-produced rays here.
Right. Rendezvous with that man and get your gear back. There's a door on the northeast, second level.
Not sure how
Get
I
yourself
feel
over
about
there.
Maybe it's just like Raiden picking up a sword and magically knowing how to block bullets with it in 2 seconds. Plus the Tengus have the advanced artificial muscle gear and stuff. Yeah, Russian ninjas, just like Olga.
Is this?
Right. The famous mass production Metal Gear. That entire section seems to house a maintenance line for Metal Gears.
Jack, I'm alright.
Those mass production Metal Gears are in adjustment phase. They're not a threat, but it's entirely possible that there's an operational Metal Gear somewhere ahead. Stay focused.
Not sure how I feel about that.
Raiden, be on the lookout. Those soldiers are outfitted with special gear.
Roger. Armed with what?
Probably arsenal gear equipment called Tengu. The suits use exoskeleton technology to augment human strength and improve mobility with artificial muscles. Not the kind of opponent you want to take on without your weapon or other equipment.
What's that supposed
You'll just
to
have to
mean?
move about without being seen. Understood?
Just punch him in the dick.
Raiden, temperatures in that area appear to be real low.
Yeah, just like a refrigerator.
Maybe to keep GW frozen. High temperatures are forbidden for fiber optic neural AI processors.
Don't catch a cold.
Raiden, rendezvous with that man.
I think that might be it, actually.
Raiden, with no.
Not sure how I feel about that.
Hey, Jack.
What's that supposed to mean?
Jack, I was serious when I said I wanted you to propose to me.
No. Rose?
I was really worried. There are times when it seems like you're not really looking at me and that if I looked away for a moment, you'll disappear. I wanted to
Nice.
make sure you couldn't get away. I thought that if we lived together, maybe things would change.
You're beginning to get
That
on my
maybe we could
nerves.
change things ourselves. But that wasn't the problem. There was something deeper.
No. I'm sorry.
I guess it's impossible for me.
What are you saying?
I'm sorry, Jack. I love you. I really do.
Don't
Please
ignore
believe me.
What?
Whatever happens.
Listen when someone is talking
Rose?
to you.
Bye, Jack.
Don't ignore me.
Where's the dick? Ah, there it is. Okay, I think we're ready for the Colonel to go crazy now.
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry, it's a game.
Probably,
It's a
yeah.
game just like usual.
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Suddenly, There was intense light all around me, and when I came to, I was home. What do you think happened to me?
Huh?
Fine. Forget it.
I actually did turn off the console the first time I played this, but I was like a dumb 11-year-old kid. It was made worse by the fact that this was my first PS2 game ever. I didn't know it was capable of. It was compounded by the fact that the PAL version that I played, when you first start the game, you have the Rose AI and the voice guiding you through the game selections and the menu. You start at the tanker plant and select the difficulty. And like I said, it was my first PS2 game ever. And I thought the PS2 was this immensely just crazy advanced, immensely crazy advanced new technology. And the freaking console was talking to me. So when I got to this point, it was fucking scary. I'd been playing all day.
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You can just go.
And I kept getting caught by the Tengus, and you can see them doing all their crazy flips and jumps all over the place. And that combined with the fact that I couldn't get past it, and the fact that the game was telling me to turn it off, and not knowing what the PS2 was capable of at the time, I thought, look, the game must know that I've been playing all day, and it's made it impossible for me to get through here until, I don't know, I turn it off and get some rest. I'll try again tomorrow morning. And it was a bunch of factors combined that led me to having that conclusion.
Variety level 13. Rescue Meryl, the return of Ginola.
You make no sense.
I don't know, sheep, but by the time I was like 6 or 7, maybe. I mean, that's bullshit, but this was an actual thing that could have been programmed, yeah. I remember thinking that maybe every single one of these guys is as strong as Vamp. I remember thinking that all the crazy jumps and moves that they have reminded me of Vamp's abilities. I thought like, oh shit, it's full of Vamps in here. Must be the game's way of preventing me from continuing.
Infiltrate the enemy fortress, Outer Heaven. Destroy the final.
I remember that much from my first playthrough. I genuinely thought that if I turned off the game, it would be easier. Which, I mean, there's some truth to it. If you're tired, you've been playing all day, but I thought the game would let me continue the next day.
What's going on?
Little did I know that you just gotta punch him in the dick. You don't even need to do that. I could just ignore them for the most part.
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuff worm in Flapjaw space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock. I need scissors. 61.
You make no sense.
And boy, I was scared of this guy. Really? Come on. Look at him. What's up? Just don't make eye contact. Maybe if I ignore him, he'll go away.
Actually, there is something I've been meaning to tell you, but I just couldn't.
What's that supposed
I think you
to
should
mean?
know, though. On Saturday morning last week, I saw a guy leaving Rosemary's room. How should I put it? It was like they were intimate. I'm sorry. Sorry to bring this up during the mission, but...
Sorry, right? A guy was me. Bye. Oh shit.
Who's there?
Tengus are always pretty blind, no matter the difficulty. Probably to make up for the fact that you're fucking naked when you're here. Bye. You see?
That's supposed to mean?
Japanese train stops. I think the line that Kojima used to take or something. Same stuff that the ninja chants in MGS1. Oh wow.
What was that just now?
Oh shit.
What's going on?
Oh come on, how is he not falling off a thing?
Bother the intruder. Send
Well.
back
Yep, now they fall off.
Your mission is to infiltrate the fortress galleyway, rescue the hostages, and neutralize Metal Gear before its assembly is complete.
Rank terrible. Oh, we might be in deep shit. Yep. I should have just left when I could.
Oh God, no! Jack!
When you die, Raiden always falls forward so that you don't have to see his dick conveniently. And as we're dead here, we can go over some of the stuff that we see in this screen. For one thing, it says mission failed instead of game over, like we would get in MGS1 or on the tanker even, as Snake. Kind of adding a little bit to the whole VR theory, because mission failed is also what you get in VR missions. When you fail the mission, it says mission failed. And then you have all this data at the bottom here, where it looks like gibberish, but if you read it carefully, it makes sense. We have arm strength as the first thing below exit. It says 308. That's actually the number of pull-ups that I did since we got the grip level to level 3. That means I did over 300 pull-ups, although we just did them with the drop and catch method, which is much faster. So we have 308 pull-ups. Prudence, that's 49. That's saves. Then there's ammo used, which is self-explanatory. 1,914. Alert number 27 alerts, and neut is neutralizations, kills. That's 73. Then we have damage amount, which is 1,007, which doesn't really tell you much because it's a numerical value, but in the game, in gameplay, it's more of a representation in the health bar, your life bar. But in the game's code, it's every attack and every health bar has a total amount of numerical value. That's why it looks like you have much more health on, even though the bar is the same length, it looks like you're regenerating much more health. When on higher difficulties, it regenerates a bigger chunk of it because the total amount is less. And on lower difficulties, you have more health, so it takes longer to regenerate that same amount. And you have camera coordinates, position, X, Y, Z. They have area move, which I thought area move was just the amount of times that you'd trigger like a loading screen between areas, but there's something more to it than that. It's not simply that. But I'll have to double check that. But apparently we got 209 of those. And then this one's interesting. Vanished Point. W42A. Vanished Point is where you died. And then the area code. The code for the stage that we died in. Sometimes you can see these codes in the map itself somewhere. And textures. If you look around. So like W42A, I think was right at the beginning here. There's some more shit about the stuff on the right that I am not really sure about, but they probably have something as well. I think one of them is an acronym or something. But anyway, I think if we start again here, we'll see W42A on the floor. That's where we die. Yep, there it is. Yeah, that's neutralizations. That's kills, yeah.
Played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time?
Don't even say it.
Don't even say it. You can also see those codes on connecting bridges between the struts, where it would have the name of the previous strut and next strut in between on the connecting bridge. Not again. Are you okay? Oh fuck, this guy's coming up here. Oh, that's ugly. I don't know, I'm not just doing it the same way that I always do it. There's one of those guys guarding the exit there. Oof. It's okay, they're just P90s. We'll run out of ammo after 50 rounds. Dead. Nice. That worked somehow. Now we're just bleeding all over the place.
Even my patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You can just go.
For some reason in this area we cannot hear Raiden's thoughts anymore. And look, the next area code is W43. After 42A, there's 43.
Variety level 13. Rescue Meryl, the return of Ginola.
Actually, Colonel, it's the revenge of Ginola. We'll play VR missions again. Now that we're in here, all of these doors are locked. There's no way out. All we can do is keep answering these calls.
Infiltrate the enemy fortress, Outer Heaven. Destroy the final weapon, Metal Gear.
So it might seem like random shit, but if you understand the Colonel's behavior... Oh, wait, never mind. Porn. Directly from Kojima's home stash. So the Colonel has been pulling lines and using them in context that applies to MGS2, even though they are MGS1 lines, since the very beginning of the game. Now when he corrects himself, when we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. So he was already doing this throughout the game, repeating the lines from MGS1 as they apply to the situations in MGS2, and given Raiden's expectations of what would happen as an MGS1 player going into MGS2. Oh, nice. We might get the Ghost Babble thing here. Oh, we didn't get it. That was the animation for it, though. So now, one of the malfunctions Colonel is going through is that he is still pulling lines just from the other games. Sometimes even MGS1 lines.
There is something I have been meaning to tell you.
Okay, he's repeating stuff. So really you get three kind of lines of crazy calls. The ones where he's still just pulling lines from the other games, not just MGS1, but he's doing the same thing. Maybe they have, you know, a database of all the previous Metal Gear games up to this point. That's pretty much what's going on. He has lines from Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2, Ghost Babble, VR missions, and of course MGS1 up until this point. So he's still looking at those previous games. It's just now he's ignoring the context of what's going on in MGS2. It's just using those lines from the previous games. But he was already kind of doing that throughout the game anyway. And then you get some sort of junk data, whatever GW has access to, whether it's a phone call, a text, an email. Yeah. I'm really sorry for making you pay for lunch the other day. And then you get some sort of random ass shit with those scissors. Yeah, there you go.
Purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock. I need scissors. 61.
Some Wikipedia article. What plants? Some text that some guy sent. There's some logic to it. It's not complete random shit.
Your mission is to
Here's a Ghost Babble thing.
Rescue the hostages and neutralize Metal Gear before its assembly is complete.
So another thing that we can see here, but unfortunately was fucked up by Bluepoint, is all these different animations on the codec that the Colonel has. One of them has his portrait being replaced for a second by either the MGS1 Colonel or usually the Ghost Babble Colonel. It's supposed to be like a 2D portrait that goes on top of his 3D model and covers it for a second. But Bluepoint fucked it up, and instead of covering it, it's now a tiny square in the corner. It's supposed to take up the entire space, but Bluepoint fucked up, and it's just a tiny texture that maybe didn't get upscaled or something. So now instead of covering the Colonel's face, it's only a tiny square in the corner.
You got a PSG-1? You can use that against Sniper Wolf. Hurry up and save Merrill.
And it's really quick. It's easy to miss. Let's see if we can get it, and for you guys to notice it, we'll probably have to maybe clip it and go back and rewatch it.
President Baker should be somewhere to the south of where you blasted through the wall. Hurry and save him before the terrorists discover his code.
I think it's in the calls when you call him. You can kind of tell when it's about to happen because of the animation being different.
Snake.
Mei Ling, you've changed.
Remember what de Gaulle said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men.
I think it's in the top left. You'll see it flashing when it happens.
Alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
So the sign that's about to happen is when the Colonel's face rapidly changes from his skull to his regular face, and there's a few horizontal lines, like interference, going across his face. When that animation happens, that's when you know it's about to happen.
You wouldn't be trying to give yourself a
You get other camera angles and shit.
Trick with you. That's just about as low as anyone could possibly stoop. I can't believe you sometimes.
But you can kind of tell it's about to happen.
Variety level 13.
Let's see.
Honestly, though, you have...
Oh.
Infiltrate. Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else?
These are just silly.
Your mission is to infiltrate.
Let's see. Might take a while to get it.
Your mission is to infiltrate the... Your mission.
I'm also fairly certain that where you are in this area determines which calls you get. It certainly does for the Rose Call. You can't get the Rose Call until you go up.
Actually, I'm in really bad shape financially. I pay money to my ex-wife as part of our divorce settlement, among other bills. I just had no choice but to make you pay for lunch the other day. I'm really sorry. You wouldn't be...
Come on.
Your mission is to infiltrate the Fortress Gap.
Nope.
Infiltrate. Actually, there is something I've been meaning to tell
Colonel
you, but
W.
I just couldn't. I think you should know, though. On Saturday morning last week,
Oh, there it
I
is.
saw a guy leaving Rosemary's room.
So when it's doing this, it's changed back.
Intimate. I'm sorry. Sorry to bring this up during the mission.
When it's
but
doing that, exactly that, when it's rapidly changing between his face and his skull, and there's those horizontal lines, that's when it does it.
I hear it's amazing.
But I think it has to do that from the beginning of the call for it to work.
Variety level 13.
POV, you're Rose.
Merrill, the return. Variety level 13. Your mission is to infiltrate the fort.
God damn it. All this just to see a glitched blue point thing that didn't get ported properly or upscaled properly.
Your mission is to infiltrate. You wouldn't be trying. You wouldn't be trying to.
Let's try changing locations a little bit. Oh, she got me. Damn it, it's Rose. We can still get it after this, it's okay.
Jack, it's me.
Hi, Rose.
Jack, I owe you an apology.
If it's about that conversation just now, I'm the one who's sorry.
No, it's something else.
What is it?
We
That
can
day
still
at
get it
Federal Hall 2 years ago.
in the
It
next
wasn't a
few areas.
coincidence. I was ordered to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me?
Yes, by the Patriots.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've reported every detail of your personal life to them these 2 years. What you did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone. Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known. Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented myself to suit your tastes. Hairstyle, clothes, the way I moved, things I talked about. You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more love you gave me, the more it hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing that.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving what wasn't real. I don't know who you really are. The person I knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting because that was my job. But I did fall in love with you. That wasn't an act.
You expect me to believe that? It's okay. You had your reasons, right? Hey, I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack!
What?
I'm carrying... I'm pregnant, Jack.
Rose! What's going on?
Amazing how you walk around like that.
Snake!
Been waiting long?
Here we go with the best mistranslated line ever. Been waiting long.
Where's my gear?
Right over there. That's more like it. Everything you had when you were captured is still there. Sorry about earlier. I had to use you as bait to gain access to Arsenal. It worked.
Why didn't you tell me about
Worked.
Olga?
You never asked. Not happy about that? Get over it.
Any effects of the virus yet?
Still waiting on that.
So, it was rigged by the Patriots?
Looks like it. From what I can tell, Arsenal is headed for Manhattan. I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal with it one way or another. There's also a troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25, according to Olga.
25?
Yeah. Can't say I've faced that many Metal Gears before, but I think we can deal.
No way we can.
We can, because we have no other choice.
How?
I've stocked up on Stinger missiles. Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
No, don't do it. No. It's all.
Why?
Olga asked me to give it to you. Besides, I'm not a big fan of blades. Move the right stick up and down to make a vertical slice, and left and right to slice parallel to the ground. Move the stick in a circle to do a rotating cut. Push it forward to lunge and strike. You can guard with your blade if you have the L1 button pressed down. You should be able to deflect a bullet or two.
Fuck you, asshole!
Let me put that shit away for a second. As long as you don't swing the sword here, you can never move on. You have to learn how to use the sword. You have to do at least one sword swing and wait like 40 seconds or so, and then Snake will decide to move on. So as long as we don't move the sword around, we can stay here. Oh shit, Buttersworth with the 110 mods earlier. Sorry I missed it. Thank you so much. So here's something interesting. Well, actually, there's quite a few details to this part here. Jerry69 with the 9 months. Thank you. One thing, Snake's entrance with the epic reveal of his sneaking suit, you know, the whoosh sound effect, and then been waiting long. They fucked that up. It's supposed to be actually the exact same line as the tanker. Kept you waiting, huh? But I guess it's too hard to copy and paste the same fucking sentence within the same game, even though it's the exact same thing in the Japanese script. You got retranslated again into been waiting long. Now, this is supposed to be Tanker Snake finally making a comeback, yeah, with his USB, his sneaking suit, and his iconic line for it. Finally. Yeah, but they fucked it up. We've been waiting long. And then you have other subtle details, such as let's make him turn. But look at his ass. His ass is just slightly rounder than Raiden's. Snake's ass was specifically designed to be just a little bit better than Raiden's ass on purpose. So is his health bar. His health bar is longer than yours to assert dominance. And remember the reason that you don't play a Snake in the first place is so that as a rookie, as Raiden, as a noob at first, you can kind of look at Snake from a different angle and kind of look up to him and always pay attention to what he's talking about and why he's there. As a character, it's sort of like a mentor figure, right? Can't do that if he's the player, so you have Raiden instead being a Snake fanboy doing that. So each time the Snake is around, you will pay attention to what he says to you. So making Snake much more badass than Raiden is very much done on purpose. With all these subtle details. And to add to that, if we search Snake's dog tag here, I gotta stun him first. On extreme difficulty, which when the game originally released was the highest difficulty, what's Snake's dog tag gonna be? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, for fuck's sake, we're on New Game Plus, so we already have the dog tag, huh? Ah, that's kind of a problem. That's... it's one of these 8 dog tags that we already have on this save. Unfortunate. But, basically, he has Hideo Kojima as a dog tag. So, now, Kojima is putting himself in the game as Snake. The first, I think, of many times in the series, whether it's as Solid Snake or Big Boss or the boss, Kojima puts himself in the game as an important character to finally deliver his message to the player. In this case, by this point, Snake pretty much becomes Kojima's mouthpiece, passing on his message about finding something to believe in and pass on and decide for yourself instead of having the Patriots do it for you. What's real, what isn't, what's filtered, what's passed on to the next generation, what isn't. At the same time, trying to pass on the series to the next generation of developers, as he called it. Unfortunately, I failed miserably, so after this, every other time that Kojima puts himself in the game as an important character, it's to tell us that we fucked up in some way, but whatever. More on that later when we play MGS 3, 4, V, whatever. So this New Game Plus thing, it's tricky because we want to do New Game Plus to get those extra Snake reactions, but I shouldn't have picked up his dog tag. I guess the way to do it would be to stun him, get the dog tag, so we see that's Kojima's name, and then kill him and get a game over immediately so that it doesn't stay in the inventory. We kind of need a save like that, just so we can pick up the dog tag. And on other difficulties, he has a bunch of other dog tags, including his own, Liquids, Meryl's, and Pliskin dog tag, depending on difficulty. But on extreme, of course, Kojima will put himself in an extreme difficulty. Xartek, let me read you all attacks real quick. Collection to... No, you might as well wait for pigs to fly if you're waiting for the Master Collection Volume 2. Konami doesn't even know what fucking games to put in it. And I'm starting to think it might not even happen at this pace. You know? So, now, just go ahead. I think you might still be able to buy, if you're desperate, the digital version of MGS4 on the PSN store on PS3. But you can find it on eBay for like $5, $10, whatever. If you're worried about how to play MGS4, yeah, don't fucking wait for the Volume 2 collection, which might not even happen at this point. The only thing we know about it is that Konami doesn't know what to put, what games to put in it. I see that. Hold on a second. Now let's call Snake for a second and look how. Okay, so he has his beard in his gameplay model. Let's call him on the codec.
Teach yourself how to handle.
Oh, he still has the beard. Okay. Did Three Dog not pick up the shaver?
To control the blade. Move the right stick up and down to slash up or down, and left and right to slice the blade horizontally.
Definitely not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I can see now, since Snake has the beard and the codec as well, that means the dog didn't pick up the shaver. It's kind of odd, because he usually does that. But it would be another Blue Point fuck up here. It would be Snake having a beard in gameplay, but in cutscenes, but not having a beard in the codec. Because Blue Point fucked that up too with the shaver. That's why personally I stopped picking up the shaver, but whatever. And the dog did too. Maybe he just forgot about it. Who knows? Yeah, since they used a more high detail, or whatever, more highly detailed model for Snake, I guess the model without the beard kind of got forgotten. And here's some nightmare fuel. Snake's eyeballs and teeth inside him. So yeah, the gameplay and cutscene model without the beard kind of got forgotten in history thanks to Blue Point. It's nonsense. But another kind of neat thing that you could do if you have the shaver, even if it only works in the codec, when you see that he has no beard, you could either wait or quit and change your system time. And after a set amount of time, I think like a week or two or something, his beard actually grows back. It grows back before we even had the thing with the end dying of old age. MGS2 already looked at your system time to determine Snake's beard growth. It's just a tiny thing, yeah. His beard actually grows back. But yeah, it's fucked. Thanks to Blue Point. Oh yeah, the breath condensation on the camera. Snake's just waiting for me to learn how to use the sword, and I refuse to. Yeah, there's not much going on inside. He's hollow. Except for his eyeballs and teeth. Yeah, you want to be Snake? Become one with Snake. Alright, let's see if I can go back to the Colonel's crazy bullshit. See if we can get the other thing that Blue Point fucked up, you know? The other Blue Point fuck up. The tiny Colonel portraits in the corner.
Variety level 7.
Oh,
Shoot down the
there it is.
space
Ah,
station.
shit. It changed.
Will have to be postponed
It
if we are
started
invaded by
out
UFOs.
with what we needed, but it changed to Rose's POV.
Snake, there's a fork in the conveyor belt. The machine is automatically sorting cargo according to some system. Take a good look at the device.
No sense.
Another Ghost Babel call. Be nice if we get the Ghost Babel Colonel for the Ghost Babel calls, but that's not always the case.
I can't believe it. That someone who has committed all those twisted acts in the woman's bathroom would make it this far. This is the end of the world.
This call does actually check whether you committed those twisted acts in the women's bathroom. If you've sniffed the toilets, masturbated in the bathroom stall, took a shit, and then sniffed it, yeah, all those twisted acts. If you do those, the game gives you this call. He's really looking at your actions there.
Big boss here.
There it is. Hold on. I might do it.
Bridge to the right. Over.
Shit. Oh, there it was. It appeared for a split second at the very end of that call. I don't know if you guys saw it. You might have to flip it and look at it slowly. But yeah, and you see how it's only a little tiny rectangle at the corner. It's supposed to cover the whole thing, but they fucked it up. Fucking Blue Point. Yeah.
Communicator Entertainment Program, Idea Spy 2.5, Episode 1, New York. Here in the city where dreams come true and desires rule, something is being bought, sold, and thrown away, even as we speak. But behind the scenes of business as usual, the nefarious JE Corporation lines its already bloated coffers with profits from worthless products. As JE swindles yet another innocent into purchasing high-priced junk, the FBI mobilizes a top-secret task force to put a stop to the menace. Now, the city's best-kept secret spy is out there, briefed and ready to protect the people from JE, the catalog of conspiracy. Just call him 2.5.
More.
What a load of bullshit.
Ghost Babel content. But, just tuning in, hearing sniff the toilet, masturbated in the bathroom. Yeah. I mean, you can't play these games without talking about piss and shit half the time, so. It's just Kojima things. So that call is not a book. That call is about it's a radio drama or a codec drama, as you want to call it. I don't know. On included in I think the European version of Ghost Babel.
Did you like it?
As an optional frequency that you can call. There's a whole bunch of episodes of it. And also being a Snatcher reference. But yeah, that's what that is.
Snake, like Shakespeare said, naught's had, all's spent. Where our desire is got without content. Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble.
And have mailing back, please.
That goes for items too. Don't get too greedy, or you might be sorry. Be careful,
What's that
Snake.
supposed to mean?
Yeah, cool. Lori took a screenshot of it.
Infiltrate the enemy fortress. Outer heaven. Big boss here. Enter the track on the bridge to the right. Over.
The first one was weird. It was like distorted or something.
Big boss.
Yeah.
Enter the track on the bridge to the right. Over.
Here's another mistranslation from Metal Gear 1. It's not on the bridge to the right. It's like on the edge or something. I think Dim was explaining that, like, bridge and edge or something like that. I forget which word it is, but they're the same word in Japanese. So they got The rightmost struck. Oh, he's here, so you can just tell us. Army Alley, thank you for the 100 bits.
Your mission is to infiltrate the...
Okay, fuck it. Let's swing that sword now. Okay, so they sound the same. Hey, look what I can do. I just picked up the sword, but...
Damn kid.
Honestly, it's not as impressive as his trigger finger. Have you ever fired your gun so fast that it slows down the frame rate? Might fucking die from this. Oh, okay. Snake really doesn't like it when you bump into him. He will roll into you when you do that. Shit, I don't know if I can... He's kind of far now. Might not. Yeah, we can't get him anymore. That's okay.
Come on, time to go. If you run out of ammo, you can have mine.
You got enough?
Absolutely. Infinite ammo.
Wait up, Snake.
What?
Snake, have you ever enjoyed killing someone?
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
Diminished sense of reality, huh? VR training will do that.
No, it was field training when I was a kid. I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder of a terrible mistake.
Legends don't mean a whole lot. I was just a name to exploit, just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder, not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future. You can stop being part of a mistake, starting now.
What am I? What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to not get caught by the Cypher.
Find something to believe in, and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
Believe in what?
That's your problem. Come on.
That's Kojima right there talking to us.
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
All right for now, but there is something.
What?
The Colonel's last transmission was strange.
Strange? How?
Just strange. No idea.
Interference?
I don't know.
Where is this Colonel?
I don't know. I've never met the man, actually.
I'll dig around.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to help. The frequency is 141.12.
Finally, we're gonna see some rations. Been a while. Oh, you found one earlier. There's a huge difference between... Oh shit, I can't... Okay. Get out of here. We'll just throw them away. We had the sea louse with us this whole time, but... Yeah. A huge difference between regular extreme and European extreme here. Tengu is being like probably the craziest part of the game, especially Tengu 2, second fight. But the biggest difference is that there's no rations at all in European Extreme. Meanwhile, in regular extreme, Snake poops out rations like it's nothing. Now we're in regular extreme right now. For these in-depth runs, it just works a little bit better during regular extreme, so we can get the ration calls and stuff. And it's also not as insane. But yeah, usually when I do literally anything that's not the marathons, I do European extreme. And it's a hell of a lot different. You gotta play the game completely differently. You can't get hit, there's no rations. And you gotta play with the AI a little differently. Also usually do no kills, but it doesn't matter if it is. But yeah, it's a difference between, especially with Tengu's, or even more so with Ray's actually. The difference between being able to get hit and fuck up like 4 times, 4 times, when you have 1 or 2 rations, versus 0. You're not allowed any hits on Ray's. If you get hit by Tengu's, you have to sit and regenerate for a second before you can do anything. But it's really quite different. You can't be brainless about it like in other difficulties. Like this. Oh, and the damage is lower as well. So not only you have rations, you only take less damage. You can do shit like this. It doesn't matter. Random rations. Another one. Wow, he really poops out an insane amount of rations. I don't think so, Dave, because I picked it up, so maybe it doesn't matter. Let me just eat another sandwich. Just hide behind Snake. Well, oh, another big problem with this is Snake's AI. Sometimes he's really dumb. He gets himself killed. See that kick? If you get too close to that kick, it will fucking kill you. Snake's kick does more damage than a bullet. We're getting just unlocked here. That was a pretty brainless Tengu one. I think it's over. It's the last guy. So let's call Otacon about the stuff here.
There's a door at the north end of that corridor. Solidus should be somewhere on the other side. Stay with Snake and keep north. Snake's life gauge is right below yours. You live and die together. Do you understand? I'm sure everything will be okay. But if he gets in a tight spot, give him all the backup you can. I'm counting on you. Raiden, watch your back. Those men have special issue equipment.
These are the so-called Tengu commandos I've heard so much about?
They have blades that bullets just glance off of. Fight it with your own blade. You've had time to practice, right? Even if they can bounce bullets back with their swords, they won't be able to deflect anything too low. Use the first-person view and fire at their feet. Raiden, take a look.
Is this the mass production model Metal Gear Ray?
Metal Gear Ray was originally designed by the Marines as a countermeasure against other Metal Gear variations. But the mass-produced model is only based on the Marines' design. It's been redesigned to guard Arsenal gear. Now it protects another Metal Gear. I heard all this from Emma. It seems that the mass production model Metal Gear Rays have cooperative engagement capability, with GW as the primary control system. Several Rays
There's one guy watching the VOD.
and mutually exchange data. Within this unified domain,
The Peace Walker
all
VOD.
Rays can cooperatively manage threats through notification, pursuit, and interception, all in a lifelike manner. All for one and one for all. There's no weak spot. When protected by a pack of Rays, Arsenal Gear can move without cruisers or destroyers as escorts. Those mass production model Metal Gear Rays look like they're being serviced. I don't think they can move. Keep going. Tengu soldiers carry the P-90 personal defense weapon. It lies somewhere in between a rifle and a pistol. The designers of the P-90 and its ammunition focused on the convenience of a pistol and the penetrating power of a rifle. It fires the new 5.7 by 28 millimeter cartridge. The lightweight rounds feature a projectile weight of 2.02 grams and a muzzle velocity of 715 meters per second. And
Wrong units, Autocron.
its piercing power is also quite high. It can penetrate an ordinary bulletproof vest at a distance of 100 meters. The body is made entirely of plastic and perfectly symmetrical, so even left-handed shooters can easily use it. It carries a 50-round magazine.
Those are not freedom
The magazine
units.
is mounted on top, so it doesn't get in the way when firing from a prone position. But the biggest threats are its rapid firing rate and its accuracy. It's probably best to avoid a full frontal assault. If you use the blade to defend yourself, you should be able to deflect even the attacks of the P-90.
It's not even about metric versus imperial. It would have been a nice detail if they actually used grains for the bullet weight instead of grams. But yeah. 5.7 is kind of a meme. Fucking waste of money, that's what it is.
Soldiers wear a special kind of combat suit that was developed by DARPA. It seems to utilize some kind of exoskeletal technology. The suit encases the soldier in a layer of armor and is outfitted with actuators which utilize artificial muscle tissue to amplify the soldier's strength and increase his chances of survival. Using the human strength amplification provided by the artificial muscle, a soldier can move faster, travel farther, and carry heavier weapons than normal. In other words, he has superior scouting and combat abilities and can basically dominate the battlefield. Any soldiers you face who are wearing this special kind of suit will be able to move with superhuman agility. Make sure you're prepared.
There's that scene. There's a famous P-90 showcase scene. Dr. Gray in Stargate. And you go, this is a weapon of war. It's made to kill your enemy. Well, they don't go into specifics about the calibers and shit.
Have you found out anything about the Colonel yet? His behavior is getting stranger and stranger. Nope, nothing yet. Just give me a little more time. There's a door at the north end of that corridor.
Definitely not.
Solidus should be somewhere on the other side.
Right.
Stay with Snake and keep
Definitely not.
Yeah, that's it. Meanwhile, what's the Colonel doing?
You got a PSG-1? You can use that against Sniper Wolf.
Rose's
Hurry up
POV
and
again.
save Meryl. You wouldn't be trying to make no
He doesn't get new lines, new calls until next area, I think. Shoot him in the dick. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh, you good? We cool? Okay. Yeah, we're finally alone, Snake. Gonna look at some porn together?
What are you thinking?
Yeah. He looks at it though. Bad we only have one. Well, we'll have to share it. Don't worry if it gets sticky. Is it? Can you really make it up? Make up some sort of AR variation though. You can build pretty much anything. Yeah, I remember that weird ass very short barrel thing. It was even worse than the Patriot. I wouldn't really say that they made it up. It's just a weird AR build, but it's still just an AR build. You know?
What do you think you're doing?
You could do that. Probably there's probably fucking Stargate fans that made that. Maybe you need an extra magazine.
What's your problem? Moron. What are you thinking?
Missed.
Damn kid.
I was hoping we could stun lock him. If Snake kills you here because you're fucking around too much, you have to redo the whole fight.
Moron.
Yeah, only hits twice. Yeah.
Stop fooling around, kid.
Just staring.
I agree.
Probably, yeah. Definitely not.
He still has those calls for exactly when you call him, exactly when he's grunting in pain from something.
Yeah.
Moron.
Oof. What else can we try? Unfortunately, Snake doesn't have a dick hitbox. What did Kojima mean by this? She must be gone now, huh? Yep.
Raiden, about this colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Where?
Inside Arsenal.
What?
I've checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
That's impossible.
The colonel probably isn't
Pay
GW
attention to what
per se.
Otacon says here.
GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity
crucial.
in the dormant part of your brain through signal
It's your own
manipulation of
creation.
your own nanomachines. The colonel is, in part, your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy.
But it's probably the truth. The virus may be starting to affect GW, which would explain the colonel's behavior.
It was all an illusion? Everything I've done so far?
Right.
Snake,
What's
Was it an
happening
illusion?
around here?
What a load of
I
bullshit.
don't know. What I do know is that you're standing right here in front of me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood.
Huh?
It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that.
Try
Let's
not
go.
to waste brain cells on that shit, Dr. Gray. It's getting quite disturbing.
Raiden, they've got Rose.
What?
Yay.
Rose
Alright.
is held in the holds.
It's a trap.
Rose!
Raiden, get a grip.
But Snake...
It's a trap. Since the Colonel doesn't exist, there's no way he can take Rose hostage.
Probably, yeah, you're right.
I am right.
Okay. Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
Bisexual.
What? If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden.
Is this what Olga was talking about?
Alright. Before I go on rambling about whatever I was gonna ramble about, let's give this save 3 dog. And then we'll go on rambling. Meanwhile, while we wait for dog to get ready with the save. Best part, no more rows. Alright, let me quit here. And put the save on the USB drive. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is a Japanese save. No. No. No, where the fuck is it? Send help. Where is the save? I did save, right? I just saved. Where the fuck did it go? Photo. Oh, there it is. Of course, it's at the top of the list. I'm a genius. Wait, no. I did the same shit again. I plugged a USB drive in my computer and wonder why it's not showing up in the PS3. I always do the shit when I'm tired. And it's time to switch, so. In my defense, that's what's going on every time. Alright, just give me a minute here. Alright, here we go. Finally, set to save. Dog. Now we can go on rambling about whatever I was rambling about. So what Otacon says there, the Colonel is in part your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experiences. That's, I feel, it's crucial in understanding the game, because it's not just the Colonel, it's the entirety of MGS2. Down to its developing, its marketing, advertising, and of course, development and everything that you're put through as a player is a result of the player's expectations and experience from MGS1. Supposedly, hopefully, you played the absolute shit out of MGS1 before going into MGS2. And maybe a bit expecting a bit too much from people. But when asked how to prepare for MGS2 back in the day, Kojima said, rightfully so, play MGS1 again. So, of course, the whole thing with Raiden and Kojima trying to pass on the series didn't go too well. But it was trying to make a point using the player's expectations and experiences and having this struggle between, you know, do you trust the Patriots to filter out information and create context for you and decide what gets passed on, or do you decide for yourself what you experienced and what you believe in? and how you're gonna interpret it and pass it on. There's this ongoing struggle, right, between the Patriots and Snake's versus or slash Kojima's message of deciding for yourself. That's kind of what the ending is about. Decide for myself? Yeah, Snake says everything you've heard, felt, thought about during this crazy shit that we're putting you through is yours. It turns out the Patriots were right. Patriots were right the whole time. We need the Patriots to do it for us, because people couldn't really do it. Seeing how Kojima failed to pass on the series, MGS3 had to go back to a simpler game for simpler times, for simpler people. But anyway, oh yeah, since we're here, let's take a look at the thing I was talking about. If we look at the save we're currently on, one of those 8 dog tags that we have on Extreme, probably, there you go. It's first of all, yep, Kojima in Arsenal sending Colin. That's Snake's dog tag. But yeah, now we gotta make sure we have a save without the dog tag, just so we can pick it up. Peter Stillman for Fat Man. Yeah, because it's nice to look at it in gameplay when we pick it up from Snake himself. I should also have a more complete dog tag save. Maybe not, actually. It's been a while. Okay, while we wait for 3Dog to get ready. Told me he could take over for Tango 2, so... hopefully it's not much longer. Well, we are in the process of switching streamers. I'm gonna show you guys something else. If we go back for a second, we load up Singularity, developer save. The other thing I was talking about earlier, this is going back to the hostage room with Ames. If you look at the stage names here, where the fuck?
Did you like it?
So for the stage names, we have all those codes that we were talking about. King Kojima getting beaten up. So for each stage, there's a stage code here. But if we go to story, there's a bit more of a description of each stage, each thing that you can load up. And one of them, the hostage room, is interesting to look at. Where the fuck is it? Is it not on the... where the hell is it? Batman, Ames event. I might be thinking of somewhere else. And these menus can be a little confusing. Is it under stage then? Oh, here it is. So here's a different version of the hostage rooms. Hostage beauties. This is the version where all the hostages are Jennifers. Hostage old beauties is the version where they're all old lady pissing themselves. And then the third version of it is hostage beasts. So there's this theme of beauty and the beasts already in MGS2. And the beasts are those bald guys. According to MGS2, if you're bald, you're a beast. If you load this beast version, of the hostage room. They're all fucking bald guys. Yeah, it's the model of the guy that trips you, but not all of them trip you. When they all look like that. So it's quite funny. Do we not have the stealth cam? There it is, they're all bald guy. Only the original one trips you. He doesn't even, because it's like for easy or something. So that's a beast. These are beasts according to the game. Poor guy. Anyway,